Good gracious me, does it need it? It's like a battleship. It's just like a battleship. They need you in the Royal Navy.
Silly.
No, the Royal Navy.
Silly.
Still raining, I see.
Oh, shut the door, it's coming in.
Oh, cats and dogs. Dogs and cats. 1823. 1823. Getting on. 7 minutes, they'll be here.
Oh.
I've got a few games lined up.
Games?
Just in case.
Oh, good.
I made a parcel for Pass the Parcel. I sorted out a bit of music for musical bumps. And I thought out a few forfeits.
Good.
I thought up some real devils.
I bet.
Just in case. Just in case things need jollying up. I don't want to disappoint you, but we're not going to be out here for our drinks, you know.
Yes, I know.
Well, the way you're going.
Well, they might want to look.
I doubt it.
The ladies might.
Don't imagine the wife of a banker will particularly choose to spend her evening in our kitchen, smart as it is.
No?
Doubt if she spends very much time in her own kitchen, let alone ours.
Still.
Very much the lady of leisure, Mrs. Brewster Wright. Or so I should imagine.
What about Mrs. Jackson?
Well, again, not a woman you would think of in the same breath as you would a kitchen.
All women are interested in kitchens.
Oh, if you're looking for a little job.
What's that?
A small spillage, my fault.
Where?
In there, on the sideboard.
Sydney.
Nothing serious.
Honestly.
Oh, dear. Dear.
Honestly.
Oh, could you see it?
You spoil that surface if you leave it. You leave a ring. Now that room's going to smell of polish. I've had the window open all day so that it wouldn't.
Well, then, don't polish it.
You have to polish. There's a mark. Oh, I know. Bring the air freshener.
Air freshener?
Yeah, under the sink.
Aye, aye, Admiral. Dear. Shake can before use. Remove cap. Hold away from body and spray into air by depressing button. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
What are you doing?
Just getting this to rights. Just coming to terms with your air freshener.
There's a fly spray.
Oh.
Honestly.
My mistake.
For someone who's good at some things, you're hopeless.
Beg your pardon, Admiral. Beg your pardon. 4.5 minutes to go.
You've been at those nuts, haven't you?
Nuts?
In there, in the bowl, on the table, those nuts. You know the ones I mean.
May have had a little dip. Anyway, how did you know I've been at those nuts, eh? How did you know, old eagle eye?
Because I know how I left them.
Oh.
Now come on, Sydney, out of my way. Now don't start like Sydney. No, stop it now. I've got things to do.
What about a kiss then?
Sydney.
Come on, Christmas kiss.
Sydney, not now. Now what's the matter with you, Sydney?
What's the matter now?
What's that smell?
Eh?
Oh, it's on your tie. What's that smell on your tie? There, can you smell?
Oh, that'll be the fly spray.
Fly spray?
Had a bit of a backfire.
Well, it's killed off your aftershave.
Oh, as long as it hasn't killed off my flies, eh? 1828. 2 minutes.
Hope everything's all right.
When?
For them. I mean, I want it to be right.
Of course it's right.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to be let down. Not by me. I want it to look good for you. I don't want to let you down.
You never have yet.
No, but special tonight, isn't it? Mr. and Mrs. Brewster Wright and Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. It's important.
Don't forget Dick and Lottie Potter. They're coming too, you know.
Oh, well, I don't count Dick and Lottie. They're friends.
I trust that by the end of the evening we shall all be friends. Just don't get nervous, that's all. Don't get nervous. 1 minute to go. What was that?
The front door.
They're early. Bit of luck, we're ready for them.
Yes. Oh! I haven't sprayed in that room.
All right, all right. You can do it whilst I let them in. There's plenty of time.
Doesn't take a second.
Right.
No shoes.
What do you mean, no shoes?
They're in there.
Where?
Up by the fireplace. I left them there so I could slip them on.
Well, then why didn't you?
Oh, I didn't have time. I forgot.
Well, come and get them.
No.
It's only Dick and Lottie Potter.
No, you fetch them.
I can't fetch them.
Yes, you can. Just pick them up and bring them in here.
But what
Sydney, please.
Oh, dear. What a start. I said, what a start. They've stopped talking.
Have they?
Wondering where we are, no doubt.
We're going. Oh, here.
What?
Take these.
What do I do with these?
The hall cupboard.
You're really expecting rather a lot tonight, aren't you?
Sorry.
Yes, well, it's got to stop. I say it's got to stop. I have to entertain out there, you know. Well, then. Just passing through.
I'll tell her that, Dick. I certainly will.
Here.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now, for heaven's sake, come in.
Yes, I'm sorry. What did Dick say?
When?
Just now. That you told him you'd tell me.
I really can't remember now. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's a good job it's only Dick and Lottie out there. It might be the Brewster Wrights. I'd have had a job explaining this to them, walking in and out like a shoe salesman. All right? Right.
Here she is.
Oh.
Here she is, at last.
Here I am.
Jane.
Yeah, what have you been up to?
In there?
Why didn't you ask me?
Where in there?
On the mantelpiece.
On the mantelpiece?
Well, it looks nice on the mantelpiece.
It's no use having a bottle opener on the mantelpiece, is it? I mean, how am I going...
Somebody else.
All right, I'll go. You open the bitter lemon with gin.
Gin and bitter lemon.
And shake the bottle first.
Gin and bitter lemon, shake the bottle first. Gin and bitter lemon, shake the bottle first. Gin and bitter lemon, shake the bottle first. gin and bitter lemon, shake the bottle.
I bet you got awfully wet.
It's them.
We got
Mr. and Mrs. Brewster, all right?
Yes, Ronald and Marion. Come in.
Ronald and
Yes, we got
Maran,
very wet
come.
indeed.
Come in.
Gin and bitter lemon, shake the bottle first. Gin and bitter lemon.
Dick.
Wait there! Just wait there!
You think I'll sit down there if you don't mind?
Get out with our drinks, I think.
Terribly sorry.
That's all right, can't be helped.
Here's a cloth.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, I'll just use this one, if you don't mind.
Well, what a start, eh? What a grand start to the evening. Really, Jane.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't realise it was going to splash out like that.
Well, they're tricky things, soda siphons. You either get a splash or a dry gurgle, never a happy medium.
Your nice suit.
Good God, it's only soda water. Probably do it good, eh?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Thanks very much. Well, wet enough outside there. I didn't expect to get wet inside as well.
No.
I'm terribly sorry.
Well, accidents happen. Soon dry out. I'll run around for a bit.
I'll tell you what, I could let you have a pair of my trousers from upstairs just while yours dry.
Oh, yes.
No, it's all right. I'll stick with these. Hate to break up the suit, eh?
All right, darling?
Yes.
Oh, isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this enchanting?
Oh,
What a simply dishy kitchen. Aren't you lucky?
well...
We're so beautifully arranged. Ronnie, don't you agree? Isn't this splendid? I mean, just look at these working surfaces. You must have a gorgeous view from that window, I imagine.
Well,
We must be stunning. You must look right over the fields at the back.
no.
No, we just look into next door's fence.
Well, which way are the fields?
I've no idea.
How extraordinary. I must be thinking of somewhere else.
Mind you, we've got a good 10 yards to the fence.
On a clear day, eh?
Beg pardon?
Oh, look, Ronnie, do come and look at these cupboards.
Eh?
Look at these, Ronnie. They're so easy to open and shut.
Drawers here, you see?
Drawers, lovely, deep drawers. Put all sorts of things in these, can't you? And then just shut it up and forget them.
Yes, they're handy for that.
No, it's these cupboards. I'm afraid I really do envy you these. Don't you envy them, Ronnie?
I thought we had cupboards.
Yes, darling, but they're nothing like these. I mean, just open and shut that door. It's heaven.
Cupboard's a cupboard.
Look, Sydney's Christmas present to me.
Oh, lovely. What is it? Hairspray?
No, that's the fly spray. My wife meant the machine.
Machine?
Yeah, washing machine there, you see.
Oh, that's a washing machine tucked under there. How thrilling. What a marvellous Christmas present.
Well, yes.
Do tell me, how did you manage to keep it a surprise from her?
Well, I
I mean, don't tell me he hid it or wrapped it up. I don't believe it.
No, I just arranged for the men to deliver it and plump it in.
They flooded the kitchen.
Super.
Yes, it's the new automatic. See, it's got the 16 different programmes, plus a pre-rinse and soak cycle, and an 800 spin.
Oh, good heavens, Ronnie, come here at once and see this.
Just coming.
What's this? Whites, colours. My God, it's apartheid.
Beg pardon?
What's this? Minimum icon. What on earth is that?
No, minimum iron.
But don't tell me it does the ironing too.
No, it won't.
Ronnie, have you seen this extraordinary machine?
Yes.
Well, not only does your washing and your whites and your blacks and your colours and so on, it does your ironing.
No.
We shall soon be totally redundant. What a poignant smell. Seems almost too good to waste on flies, doesn't it? Now, what? It's a little like your husband's gorgeous cologne, surely.
Ah, well,
Oh, good gracious, what's that? Does that mean your shirts are cooked or something?
No, front doorbell.
Oh, I see. How pretty.
Somebody else arrived.
yes, I better just...
I won't be a minute.
No, I'll go.
No.
I do hope your Mr. and Mrs. Potter don't feel terribly abandoned in there. They're splendidly jolly, blooming people, aren't they?
Yes, Dick's a bit of a laugh.
Enormous. Now, you must tell me one thing, Mr. Hopcroft. How did you manage to squeeze that machine so perfectly under the shelf? Did you try it for size, or were you terribly lucky?
No, I went out and measured the machine in the shop.
Oh, I see.
Then I made the shelf, you see, so that it was the right height.
No, but I mean, how did you know it was going to be right?
Well, that's the way I built it.
No. You don't mean this is you.
Yes, well, the shelf is.
Ronnie! Ronnie, darling, what are you reading?
Oh, that'll be in the instruction book for the stove.
Oh, is that what it is? I was just trying to work out what I was reading. I couldn't make head or tail.
Ronnie, did you hear what Mr. Hopcroft...
Hopcroft.
Sydney, isn't it? Sydney was saying.
What?
Darling, Sidney built this shelf on his own. He went out and measured the machine, got all his screws and nails and heaven knows what, and built this shelf himself.
Good Lord.
I've got some more shelves upstairs for the bedside. And also I've partitioned off part of the spare bedroom as a walk-in cupboard for the wife. And I'm just about to panel the landing in those knotty pine units. Have you seen them?
Those curtains are really the most insistent colour I've ever seen. They must just simply cry out to be drawn in the morning.
Here, it's Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
Oh, Jeff and Eva, is it? I'll be in to say hello.
Jeff and Eva Jackson?
Yes, do you know them?
Oh, yes, rather. Darling, it's Jeff and Eva Jackson.
Jeff and Eva who?
The Jacksons.
Oh, Jeff and Eva Jackson.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you coming in?
Yes. Yes.
Haven't seen them for ages.
They've left the dog in the car.
Oh, good.
Oh, have they a dog?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. We must see him.
He's very big.
Yes, well, lead on.
Yeah, I have a scout, you know. Yeah. We love climbing, don't we?
Yes, well, we'll be in here.
Ronnie.
Come along, darling.
I was just trying to work out how this thing does the ironing. Don't see it at all. It just rolls it into a ball.
Darling, do come on.
I think that woman's got it wrong.
Darling. Make our excuses quite shortly, please.
Had enough, have you?
Oh, we've left the boys.
Oh, they'll be all right.
What's that man's name?
Hopcraft, you mean?
No, the other one.
Oh, Potter, isn't it?
Well, I honestly don't think I can sit through many more of his jokes.
I thought they were quite funny.
I know I had quite such a small gin in my life, completely drowned.
Really? My Scotch was pretty strong.
I said it because she missed the glass with the soda water. Consider yourself lucky.
I don't know about lucky. I shall probably have bloody rheumatism in the morning.
Oh, Mrs. Brewster, right. I wonder if you both...
Yes, we're just coming. Can't tear ourselves away from your divine kitchen, can we, Ronnie?
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me of another... Rebecca!
Oh. Dear, oh dear. Well, is it there?
Yes, somewhere.
Oh, come on, she's waiting.
Yes, I've just got to find it.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
I've tidied it away somewhere.
There was no point in tidying them away, was there? We're having a party.
Well, no, I just thought it got tidier, that's all. You go back in. I'll bring him.
Now, that was your responsibility. We agreed buying the beverages was your department. I hope you haven't let us down.
No, I'm sure I haven't.
Yes, well, it's very embarrassing for me in the meanwhile, isn't it? Mrs. Brewster Wright is beginning to give me anxious looks.
Oh.
Well, then.
That reminds me of another, now listen.
$19.21. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 7.22. Right.
No.
May I have a glass of water?
Beg pardon?
I'd like to take these.
Oh, yes. There's a glass here somewhere, I think. Yes. Here we are.
Thanks.
Not ill, I hope.
What?
The pills, not ill.
Depends what you mean by ill, doesn't it?
Ah.
If you mean, do they prevent me from turning into a raving lunatic, the answer's probably yes.
Oh, raving lunatic, yes. But then I always think it helps to be a bit mad, doesn't it? I mean, we're all a bit mad. I'm a bit mad. Yes. It's a mad world, as they say.
Extraordinary to think that one's sanity can depend on these. Frightening, isn't it? Ah! Alarming. Do you know, I've been taking tablets of one sort or another since I was 8 years old. What chance does your body have? My husband tells me that even if I didn't need them, I'd still have to take them. My whole mentality is geared around swallowing tablets every 3 hours, 24 hours a day. I even have to set the alarm at night. You're looking at a mess. A wreck.
Oh.
Don't you sometimes long to be out of your body and free? Free, just afloat? Oh, I know I do. Oh, my God, was that our car horn?
When?
Just now.
No, I don't think so.
If you do hear it, it's George.
George?
Our dog.
Oh, yes, of course.
Left him in the car, you see. We have to leave him in the car these days. Usually he's all right, but lately he's learned to press the horn button with his nose. He just rests his nose on the steering wheel, you see.
Oh, that's clever.
It's not all that clever. Had the police out twice.
A bit like children dogs.
Why'd you say that?
Well, need a bit of a firm hand every now and then. Smack if they're naughty.
You don't smack George, you negotiate terms.
Oh.
When we bought him, he was only this big. Now he's grown into a sort of yak. When we first took him in, my God, was that me?
What?
Did I put that glass in there?
Yes.
I knew it. I'm going mad. I am finally going mad.
We're going up to this,
Will you please tell my husband that if he drinks any more, I'm walking home?
Oh, I think that might be better coming from you as his wife.
You don't think he'd listen to me, do you? He doesn't even know I'm here. As far as he's concerned, my existence ended the day he married me. I'm just an embarrassing smudge on a marriage license.
Oh.
Jane? Jane, I say.
Rain.
Oh, yes, dreadful. I say, I think you dashed away with my glass.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I'm terribly sorry. Here.
Thank you. I was getting terribly apprehensive in case it had gone into your washing machine.
Oh, that's lovely. Just that tiny bit stronger, you know what I mean? Not too much tonic.
No, well,
Perfect.
actually, that's neat gin, that is.
Oh, good heavens, so it is. What are you trying to do to me? I can see we're going to have to keep an eye on you, Mr.
No, you're safe enough with me.
Yes, I'm sure.
The mistletoe's in there.
Well, what are we waiting for? Lead on, Mr.
Oh, follow me.
Yes. But it's absolutely...
Jane? Jane?
I say, old boy, I think someone's at your front. Oh. No, he seems to have gone out. I suppose we'd better...
What do you do? What do you think you're doing?
I went out to get the tonics.
Like that?
Oh, well, I couldn't very well. I mean, I didn't want
You
to...
went out and came in again like that?
Yeah, well, I thought I'd just slip out the back of the off licence and slip back in again. But I locked myself out. So I had to come round the front.
But who let you in?
Mr. Bruce. Mr. Bruce arrived.
Mr. Bristol White. Mr. Bristol White let you in like that? What did he say?
Oh, I don't think he recognised me.
I'm not surprised.
I couldn't look at him. I just ran straight past him and right through all of them and into here.
Like that?
Yes.
What did they say?
Oh, they didn't say anything. They just stopped talking and stared, and I ran right through them. Oh, I couldn't very well...
You'll have to go back in there and explain.
No, I couldn't.
Of course you must.
I don't think I could face them.
You cannot walk through a respectable cocktail party, the hostess dressed like that without an apology.
I couldn't.
You take off all that, you go back in there and you explain. Well, you cannot go to bed. Not at 1947. Now take off that coat.
Well, I think I'd better. I mean... Ah! There you are, old chap.
Oh, hello, hello.
You just popped out, did you?
Yes, I've just popped out.
Well, something rather odd. Someone at the door just now. Little short chap. Hat, coat, boots, bottles, just stamped straight through. You catch a glimpse of him?
Oh, him.
Belong here, does he? I mean...
Oh, yes.
Well, as long as you know about him. I mean, he might have been after your silver. I mean, you never know, not these days.
Oh, no, indeed. No, he was from the off licence.
Really?
Brought round our order of tonics, you see.
Ah.
Oh, silly fellow. Left his hat.
Not the night to forget your hat.
No, indeed.
And mind you, frankly, he didn't look all there to me. Wild-eyed. That's what made me think...
Quite right.
You ought to get him to come round the back, you know. You take a tip from me. Once you let tradesmen get into the habit of using your front door, you might as well move out there and then.
Well, quite. In my own particular business, I always insist that my staff...
Oh, yes, of course, I was forgetting. You're in business yourself, aren't you?
Well, in a small way at the moment. My wife and I think I explained.
Yes, of course, and, doing very well.
Well, for little general stores, you know. Mustn't grumble.
Yeah, good to hear. Someone's making the grade.
Oh, these days.
Quite.
I know this isn't perhaps the moment. I mean, this is probably not the right moment. But nonetheless, I hope you've been giving a little bit of thought to our chat the other day. If you've had a moment.
Chat? Oh, yes, chat. At the bank? Well, yes, it's probably not, as you say, the moment. But, as I said then, and this is still off the cuff, you understand, but I think the bank could probably see their way to helping you out.
Oh, well, that's wonderful news. You see, as I envisage it, once I can get the necessary loan, that means I can put in a definite bid for the adjoining site, which hasn't incidentally come onto the market. I mean, as I explained, this is all purely through personal contacts.
Quite so, yes.
I mean, the site value alone, just taking it as a site, you follow me?
Oh, yeah.
But it is a question of striking while the iron's hot before it goes off the boil.
Mm.
I mean, in this world, it's dog eat dog, isn't it? No place for sentiment, not in business. I mean, all right, so on occasions you can scratch mine and I'll scratch yours.
Beg your pardon?
Tit for tat, but when the chips are down, it's every man for himself and blow you, Jack, I regret to say.
Exactly.
Chance of sanctuary here.
Hello.
Like Dick Potter's harem in there.
Oh, Dick's still at it, is he?
Yes, keeping the ladies amused with jokes.
Is he? Oh, dear. I'd better in a minute.
Oh, you'll never stop him. Is he always like that, or did he just break out at Christmas?
Oh, no, Dick's a great laugh all the year round.
Is he?
You don't say.
Yeah, it's a very fascinating character is Dick. I thought you'd be interested to meet him. So she, of course, in her way. Very colourful. They're both teachers, you know. But he's involved with youth work of all types. Takes these expeditions to Scotland, parties of lads, walks in the mountains, that sort of thing. Wonderful man with youngsters.
Really?
Got a lot of facets.
Got a good-looking wife?
Lottie? Oh, yes. Fine-looking woman, always very well turned out.
Yeah, she seems to have turned out quite well. Well, I suppose we'd better get on. Yes, of course. 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 Yes, of course.
She does the same as him with girls.
I beg your pardon?
The hiking and so forth, with the brownies mainly.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Better join the brownies then, hadn't we?
Oh, yes, I like that. Better join the brownies. Tell Dick that. That would tickle Dick no end.
Got a nice pair of legs.
Yes.
Dick?
His wife?
Oh, Lottie, of course, yes. I don't think I've really noticed.
Usually when they get to that age, they tend to go a bit flabby round here. But she's very trim.
Trim. Oh, yes.
Nice, neat little bum.
Oh.
Has she? Hadn't seen that.
I was watching her getting up and stretching out for the crisps. Very nice indeed.
Oh. Well, I'll keep an eye out.
That'll be the hiking.
What?
Oh, this... That'll be the hiking.
Yes. How did you happen to see those?
What?
Well, her... I mean, when I saw her just now, she got a great big woolly thing on down to here.
Oh, you can get round that.
Really?
I've been picking imaginary peanuts off the floor around her feet all evening.
Oh, Tom!
You have to keep an eye on this fella, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Don't leave your wife unattended when he's around.
Oh, no.
You'll lock her away.
Oh, yes.
Still raining, is it?
Yes, yes.
I tell you what I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
You remember that party we were both at during the summer, Malcolm Freebody's?
When was that?
Well, Eva, your wife, was off sick.
That's nothing unusual.
I remember it because you were making tremendous headway with some woman that Freebody was using on his public relations thing.
Was I?
Yeah, blonde, sort of blonde.
Binny?
Binny, was it?
Binny something, I think.
You, make out all right with her, did you?
Well, you know.
Really?
Oh, you've no idea. Absolute little cracker. Married to a steward on the P&L. Hadn't seen him for 8 months.
Good Lord.
What have you done with yours, then? Buried her in the garden?
What? No, no, she's about somewhere.
I wish I could lose mine sometimes. Her and that dog. I mean, there's hardly room for me in the flat. I mean, between them, they've completely reduced that flat to rubble. I mean, I'm very fond of her, bless her. She's a lovely girl, but she doesn't know what it's all about. She really doesn't.
Well, maybe I still think you're pretty lucky with Eva.
Why is that?
Well, you must have a pretty good idea by now about your...
Yes, I should imagine she probably has.
Well, there you are.
Oh, now, come off it. Nonsense. She chooses to live with me. She lives by my rules. I've always made that perfectly clear. When she lives her life to a certain extent, I live mine. Do what I like within reason. It's the only way to do it.
Good gracious.
I wish I'd have a chat with Maran sometime, convince her.
Any time. Pleasure.
Well, perhaps not on second thoughts.
No, seriously, any man, it doesn't matter who he is. You, me, anyone. Him. You've just got to get it organized. I mean, face it, there's just too much good stuff wandering around, simply crying out for it for you not to want to... Well, I think that'd be a good idea, don't you?
Are you proposing to stay out here all night?
Oh, dear. We seem to have neglected the ladies.
Neglected? We thought we'd been bloody well abandoned.
Can't manage without us, you see.
You managed perfectly well, thank you. It just seemed to us terribly rude, that's all.
Oh, God.
Anyway, your jolly friends are leaving.
Oh, really? Dick and Lottie? Oh, I'd better just pop out and see them off. Excuse me.
And darling, unless you want to see our car towed away horn blazing, we better get our coats.
Oh, he's not at it again, is it?
It's past his supper time.
Honestly, Eva.
Don't honestly even me, darling. He's your dog.
What do you mean he's my dog?
Your dog, your car, your house, your wife. We all belong to you, darling. We all expect to be provided for. Now you come in, please. And your wife is looking slightly less than pleased, I might tell you.
Oh. Oh, I suppose I'd better...
Oh, Ronnie, by the way. I wondered if you'd heard anything on the grapevine about that new building Harrison's having put up.
This new shopping complex of his?
Has he got anyone?
What you mean in your line?
Yes, has he settled on an architect, or is it still open?
Well, as far as I know, it's still wide open. I mean, it's still just a gleam in his eye, as far as I know.
Well, if you get a chance, put in a word. I know you're fairly thick with him.
Yes, of course. I'll mention it, if the topic comes up. I mean, I'm sure you could do as good a job as anybody.
Look, I can design standing on my head. any building that Harrison's likely to want.
Yes. Well, as I said, I'll mention it.
I'd be grateful.
All right, darling, we're off.
Right.
Had a nice time out here?
Yes, grand.
Good, as long as you have. This really is a simply loathsome little house. I mean, how can people live in them? I mean, Geoff, you're an architect. You must be able to tell me. How do people come to design these sort of monstrosities in the first place, let alone persuade people to live in them?
Well...
Oh, God, now he's going to tell me he designed it.
No, I didn't do it. No, they're designed like this mainly because of cost, and people who are desperate for somewhere to live aren't particularly choosy.
Oh, come, nobody can be this desperate.
You'd be surprised.
Anyway, it's been lovely to see you. It's been ages. You must come up and see us.
Darling?
Sydney, we've had a simply lovely time. Now, sometime you must come up and see us and your wife. That's if you ever find her.
Yes, yes, indeed. Oh, just a minute. Oh, my word.
I saw the lead.
Yes, all gone now. They said for me to say goodbye.
Oh.
Where have you been?
In the garden. Where else? Where do you think I've been?
I don't know. I'd have been for a stroll.
In this?
Well, still raining, is it?
Yes. Sydney?
Mm-hmm.
If only you'd explained to them, I could have kept... I mean, I've been out there for ages. I'm soaking.
Well, your behaviour made things rather difficult, didn't it? Explanations, that is. I mean, what could I say?
You could have explained.
Well, so could you. It was really up to you, wasn't it?
Yes, I know, but... I mean, I just thought that you could have... You know, that you would have...
Well, went off rather satisfactorily, anyway.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
So am I. I mean, these people aren't just anybody, you know. These are people who in the future could be very, very useful to us.
Yes.
Now, you mustn't do that, Jane. You really mustn't. You see, you get yourself all in a state, and then what happens? All right. Enough said. All forgotten, eh? Oh, dear.
What's that?
We never got around to playing any of our games, did we?
Oh, no.
And all the excitement. Oh, well, never mind. Another year. Well, I think I'll have a look at television. Should be something. Usually is. Christmas Eve. Coming in, are you?
In a minute.
Righto.
Steady, boy. Sit, George. Sit, boy. At once. That's a good boy. Sit. Good George. George! Oh, suit yourself. Hello, darling. God, I need a drink. You want a drink? You want one? No? Cheers. Oh, I think I'm running into some kind of trouble with that Harrison job. Hell of a day. Would you believe? I could spend 2 months explaining to them exactly how to assemble that central dome. I go along this morning, they're trying to put a bloody great pillar up the middle straight through the fountain. I said to them, listen, you promised to put it up as you're told to. I promise you it'll stay up, all right? I now have to tell Harrison that his super shopperdrome that he only thought was going to cost so much is going to end up twice that. He is not going to be pleased. No, I think I'm in trouble unless... Oh, well, what the hell? It's Christmas. You know, I think it's going to snow. By Boxing Day, that site will be under 6 foot of slush, you mark my words. That'll put us another 6 months behind. Why didn't I pick something simple? What have you been up to? You all right? You're still in your dressing gown, did you know? Eva? Are you still thinking about this morning? I phoned you at lunch. Were you out? Eva? Oh, come on, love. We talked it over, didn't we? We were up till 4 o'clock in the morning talking it over. You agreed. You did more than agree. I mean, it was your idea. And you're right. Believe me, darling, you're right. We can't go on. Sooner or later, one of us has got to do something positive for once in our lives, for both our sakes. And it's absolutely true that the best thing that could happen to you and me at this point in our lives is for me to go and live with Sally. You're absolutely right. You know, I was thinking on the way home. I nipped in for a quick one, that's why I'm a bit late. I was thinking, you know, this could work out terribly well if we're adult about it. You know, don't behave like lovesick kids or something. Sally and I will probably get somewhere together, and by that time you probably have got yourself fixed up. We could still see each other, you know. Well, what I'm really saying is, let's not go through all that nonsense, all that goodbye, I never want to see you again bit, because I want to see you again. I always will. I mean, 5 years? We're not going to throw away 5 years, are we, Eva? Eva, if you're sitting there blaming yourself for all this, don't. It's me, love. It's all me. It's just I'm weak, as you put it. I'm unstable. It's something lacking in me. I mean, other men don't have this trouble. Other men can settle down and be perfectly happy with one woman for the rest of their lives, and that's a wonderful thing. Do you think I don't envy that? God, how I envy them that. Do you think I enjoy living out my life like some sexual Flying Dutchman? Eva, please, please try and see my side just a little, will you? Look, it's Christmas Eve. The day after Boxing Day, I promise I'll clear everything of mine that you don't need out of the flat. That way you can forget I even existed, if that's what you want. But can't we try between us to make the next couple of days... Did I say it's Christmas Eve? Haven't we got some people coming round? Well, yes. Surely, yes. What time did we ask them for? Oh, my God. Didn't manage to put them off by any chance, did you? No. Well, have we got anything to drink in the house apart from this? Well, we'll have that for a start. Now, what else have we got? Brandy. That'll do. Bottle of Coke. Aha, what's this? Tonic wine? Who's been drinking tonic wine? Is that you, Eva? Oh, come on, Eva, for heaven's sake. You've made your point. Now snap out of it, will you? We've lots of people coming round who were due 5 minutes ago. Now, come on. Okay. I get the message, okay. There is no help or cooperation to be expected from you tonight. All systems shut down, have they, again? All right. All right, won't be the first time, don't worry. I mean, it's not as if you're particularly famous as a gracious hostess, is it? I mean, it hasn't been unknown for you to disappear to bed in the middle of a party and to be found later reading a book. I should think our friends would be a little disappointed if you do put in an appearance. Oh, well, when I say our friends, I should perhaps say yours. I would remind you that all the people coming tonight come under the heading of your friends and not mine. And if I'm left to entertain them because you choose to opt out, I shall probably finish up by being very, very rude to them. Is that clear? Right, you have been warned. Oh, yes. I know you're very, very keen, aren't you, that I should go and work for the up-and-coming Mr. Hopcroft. So is the up-and-coming Mr. Hopcroft. But I can tell you both here and now, I have no intention of helping to perpetrate his squalid little developments. What I lack in morals, I make up in ethics. Now, George, is enough for you. Get down. I said get down. Oh, really, this damn dog. Get out of it. That room is like a very untidy cesspit. One quick drink, that's all they're getting. And it's Happy Christmas, and out they bloody will go. Half-chewed biscuit. Why does he only chew half of them? Can you tell me that? Eva, I'm being very patient indeed. But in a minute, I really do believe I'm going to lose my temper. And we know what happens then, don't we? I will take a swing at you. You will feel hard done by, and by way of reprisal will systematically go round and smash everything in the flat. And come tomorrow breakfast time, there'll be the familiar sight of the three of us, you, me, and George, trying to eat our meal off our one surviving plate. Now, Eva, please. Oh, my God, here's the first of them. George, will you be quiet? Now, Eva, go to bed now. Please, don't make things any more embarrassing. George, will you be quiet? He's all right, he's quite harmless. His bark's worse than his bite. What with the bloody Hopcrofts, wouldn't it? Didn't they miss out? That lift's broken down. Every Christmas, would you believe it? Eva, for heaven's sake, come on. I'll get you a clean one. I'm terribly sorry. The cook's on holiday. Oh. I mean, these glasses have been washed since the last party. This one certainly didn't pass the Jane Hopcroft good housekeeping test anyway. Sometimes I think that woman must spend... Eva, what are you doing? That's a good girl. Down. Come down, come down. That's a good girl. Eva, easy. That's it, come on. That's it. That's a good girl. Down you come. Now, sit down. Darling. Darling. What were you trying to do? I mean, what on earth made you... What was the point of it? What were you trying to prove? What on earth's this? Oh, no, Eva, you mustn't think of... What do you mean, a burden to everyone? Who said you were a burden? I never said you were a burden. No, Eva, for heaven's sake! No, for heaven's sake, Eva! Come on! Oh, look, sit there. Now, look, I'm going to phone the doctor. I'm going to tell him you're very upset and overwrought. Oh! Oh, he'll probably give you something to calm you down a bit. Oh, my God, somebody else. Now, I'm going to phone the doctor. I'll be 2 minutes, that's all. Now, you sit there like a good girl. Don't move. Just sit there. Don't mind helping yourselves to a drink. I just have to make one phone call.
Really? I always love it.
Mrs. Jackson. You shouldn't be down on the cold floor, you know, not in your condition. You should be in bed, surely. Here. Now, you sit down here. There. Oh, now, don't you worry about that oven now. That oven can wait. You'll clean it later. No point damaging your health for an oven, is there? Mind you, I know just how you feel. You suddenly get that urge, don't you? You say to yourself, I must clean that oven if it kills me. I shan't sleep, I shan't eat until I've cleaned that oven. It haunts you. I know just that feeling. I'll tell you what I'll do. Now, never say I'm not a good neighbour. Shall I have a go at it for you? How would that be? Would you mind? I mean, it's no trouble for me. I quite enjoy it, actually. And you do the same for me, wouldn't you? Right, that's settled. Oh, let's get down to it. No point in wasting time. Now, what are we going to need? A bowl of water, oven cleaner. Have you got any? Well, never mind. I'll find it. I do hope you're not getting cold. You look ever so peaky. Now then, oven cleaner. Have you got any? Well, if you haven't, we'll just have to use our old friend Mr. Vim, won't we?
Oh, darling, listen. It looks as if we've got... Oh.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. Anything you want?
Don't you worry about me. I'm just being a good neighbour, that's... Oh, yes. Do you by any chance happen to have such a thing as an apron I could borrow?
Yes, there.
Oh. Silly thing. I couldn't see it from looking, could I?
What are you doing?
Well, just getting your oven ready for tomorrow. That's what I'm doing.
For what?
For your Christmas dinner. What else do you think for what?
Well, yes, well, if you're sure...
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, darling, listen, I phoned the doctor, but he's not there. Apparently he's out on a call somewhere, and the fool of a woman I spoke to has got the address but no number. Now, it'd be quicker for me to try and catch him there than sitting here waiting for him to come back. Now, I'll be about 10 minutes, that's all. You'll be all right, will you?
Oh, don't you fret about her. I'll keep an eye on her.
Thank you. People downstairs having a big dinner party. Promised to lend them some stuff.
Don't they need forks?
No forks. They're Muslims. 10 minutes.
Oh, there's somebody.
Oh, the Bristol Wrights, probably.
Oh. isn't he? Like a donkey. Huge. You know what Dick's bought him? Dick Potter? He's bought George a Christmas present. One of those rubber rings. You know the ones you throw up in the air? One of those. Oh, he loves it. He's been running up and down your hallway out there. Dick throwing it and him trying to catch it. He's really wonderful with dogs, Dick. Really understands them. Do you know he nearly became a dog handler, only he didn't have his proper eyesight. But he knows how to treat them. Doesn't matter what sort of dog it is. Knows all their ways. Now then. Ooh. This is going to be a big one, isn't it? Dear, oh dear. Oh well, never mind. Where there's a will. Whoops. Oh. You haven't been trying to clean it with this, have you? You never clean it with this. No, good old elbow grease, that's what you need. Shall I tell you something? You know, Sidney would be so angry if he heard me saying this. But I'd far sooner be down on the floor on my knees in the oven than out there talking. Isn't that terrible? I'm never at ease, really, at parties. I just don't enjoy drinking, you see. I'd just as soon be out here having a natter with you.
Hello? Where's everyone gone?
22 players, 2 linesmen, 1 referee.
Oh dear, oh dear. I can't believe it. I just can't believe my eyes. You can't be at it again. What are you doing?
Oh, she's a bit under the weather. She needed a hand.
Do you realise that's your best dress?
Oh, bother my best dress.
Mr. and Mrs. Brewster Wright have arrived, you know. Ron and Marion. I hope they don't chance to see you down there. What's the trouble over here, eh? Can I help, since it seems to be in fashion this evening? Oh, no. I'll give you a little tip if you like. You'll never get a sink unblocked that way. Not by wheeling a fork about it like that. That's not the way to unblock a sink now, is it? All you do that way is to eventually take the chrome off your fork and possibly scratch your plug hole. Now, let's see. Oh, yes. It's a little on the sluggish side. Just a little. But it'll get worse. Probably a few tea leaves, nothing more. Let's have a look, shall we? 10 to 1, this is where your troubles lie under here. Oh dear. That's a good old-fashioned one, isn't it? Gonna need the wrench for that one.
He'll soon fix it for you, won't you, Sidney?
Bracer shakes, shaker braces, as we used to say in the Navy. Got the tools down in the car, no trouble at all. Nothing serious. All it is, you see, where the pipe bends under the sink there, they call that the trap. Now then, look, I'll show you. Always useful to know. Paper. Nothing vital, is it? No, here, look. Here's your plug hole, here, you see, like that. If I can draw it. And then this is your pipe coming down here, straight down, and then almost doubling back on itself like that for a second. Then it runs away here to the drain.
You want to know anything you ask, Sidney?
Now, this little bit here, that's your actual drain trap. Now, all you have to do is get it open, and out it all comes. Easy one, you know. Now then, suppose I'll have to walk down 4 flights for my tools. Now, don't worry. Lottie's keeping them entertained at the moment, and Dick's busy with George. So everybody's happy, aren't they?
Times like this, you're glad to be friends, aren't you? Now, you're a terror, aren't you? You're worse than me. Oh, anyway, I think I'm beginning to win through. I'm down to the metal, that's something. About 8 layers on here, you know. Something stuck to the bottom like cement. You haven't had cement for dinner lately, have you, eh? Oh, whoops! Where was Moses? Now, what's happened? Bulb gone, has it? Oh, well, we'll get Sidney to fix that when he comes back. That keeps him on the go.
little invalid getting... Good God. My dear girl, what on earth are you doing up there?
Oh, no! Oh, she's a real terror, you know.
Oh.
She can't keep still for a minute. You could have hurt yourself up there, you silly thing.
Lucky I...
Wasn't it?
I mean, what was she trying to do?
Our bulb's gone.
Oh, yes, so it has. Well, you could have asked me to do that, you know. I'm no handyman, but even I can change a bulb.
Here we are. Back again. I brought everything just in case. Everything except the kitchen sink, and that's here already, eh?
What? Oh, yes, very good.
Except the kitchen sink, honestly.
Hello, hello. More trouble, eh?
Oh, nothing much, just a bulb gone.
Lost more than a bulb there by the looks of it. Lost the whole fitting.
Good gracious me. Hey, look at that, so we have.
Just the bare wires, you see.
Yes, there's no thingamajig.
Just the wires, aren't there?
Don't like the look of that.
No.
No.
What if that was to short across like it is?
Yes.
Yes.
You could finish up with a fuse or a fire.
Or worse.
Worse.
I mean, you've only got to be carrying, say, for instance, a pair of aluminium steps across the room and you happen to accidentally knock against the wires, electricity will be conducted down the steps and straight into you. Natural earth, you see. Finish.
I suppose that would go for a very tall man in, say, a tin hat, eh?
True, true. Not so probable, but true.
Lucky it wasn't the wartime.
Oh, yes, in certain cases, one touch could be fatal.
Better fix it, I suppose.
Oh, I'd advise it. Gonna have a go, eh?
Well, I don't know. It looks a bit technical for me.
Oh, no, nothing to it. Very simple. Look, you've got two wires coming down there. No, look, I'll draw it for you. Nothing important, this, is it? No. Yeah. Got two wires coming down here, you see? They go through the top of the plug there, like that. Excuse the drawing. Then they just screw in the two little holes on the prongs there, you see? Tighten your grubs, screw your top to your bottom, and away you go.
Let there be light.
Exactly.
Ah. Well, that looks simple enough.
Right, I'll get you a screwdriver, and I'll get going on the sink. Now then, let's get you fixed up. What do we got here, eh?
Good gracious, what a collection.
Oh, this is just the set I keep in the car.
Really? Get a lot of trouble with it, do you?
Watch out!
Hey, hey, hey! Oh, gosh! Oh, Cheryl. Oh, they might have been live.
Yes. Might they?
Oh, yes.
Well, how do we know they weren't?
Well, check the switches first.
Yeah, well, don't you think we better? I mean, I'm going to be the one
Well,
who...
check the switches, by all means.
Yeah.
She's got a charmed life, honestly. As soon as that doctor gets
He'll
here,
fix her up.
he'd better.
Yeah, all safe.
Ah.
Should be, anyway. Unless they put that switch on upside down, of course.
Well, how do we know they haven't?
Well, you'll be the first one to find out, won't you?
You'll be the first to find.
Right, let's get down to it, shall we?
Yes.
Each to his own.
Each to his own. This is coming up a treat.
Oh, we get Marion out here, eh? Find her something to do.
No, I don't think she'd contribute very much. Probably better off with the Potters. Well, as a matter of fact, she's just a bit on her pins, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, Christmas.
Well, if you can't do it at Christmas.
Once a year, eh?
And not in my wife's case. Festive season recurs rather more frequently, once every 3 or 4 days.
Oh, you're going to be a tricky little fella, aren't you? Nobody's opened you since you were last painted.
Must be pretty pleased with your year, I should imagine.
Big pardon?
You had a good year. Must be pretty pleased.
Well, a few lucky hunches seem to pay off.
I should say so.
Mustn't complain, you know.
No, mustn't complain.
As long as you're looking after our money, eh?
Oh, yes.
I say, something rather ghastly's happened.
Oh, yes.
Goodness, don't you all look busy? Darling, what are you doing up there?
Oh, just a little light electrical work. Or should I say a little electrical light work?
Oh, electrical light work.
Electrical light work.
I like that, yes.
Yes, very funny, darling. Now, do come down, please, before you blow us all up. You know absolutely nothing about that sort of thing at all.
I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
I fixed that bottle lamp with a cork in it, didn't I?
Yes, darling, we all had to sit round admiring it while the lampshade burst into flames.
That was entirely the fault of the bloody lampshade.
I was terrified. The whole thing was an absolute death trap. I had to give it to the scouts for jumble.
What was the trouble?
It was like modern sculpture, bare wires sticking out at extraordinary angles.
No, I mean when you came in.
Oh, yes. What was it? Something awful. Oh, yes, I came for help. That's right, that dog. George? Is that his name? Yes, George. Well, he's just bitten that Potter man in the leg.
Oh, dear.
Terribly nasty, right through his trousers. Of course, it was entirely his fault. He'd been leaping about, being desperately hearty with the poor animal, till it had froth simply foaming from its jaws and didn't know where it was.
Oh, dear. They're getting
Yes,
someone...
what are they going to...
Well, I think they were thinking of going. If they haven't gone, they seem to think he might need an anti-something.
Rabies.
Probably, I'll see. I say hello. Hello there. Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
It's crouched in the doorway, chewing a shoe and looking terribly threatening.
Really?
I don't think it's going to let us through, you know.
Oh, he's probably all right. He just needs calming down. Yeah. Boy. Good boy. Hello, boy. No, well, it's best to leave them when they're like that. It's just a bit excited.
Mind you, once they've drawn blood, you know.
Oh, Mr. Alsop's Alsatian.
Yes.
Yes, well, lucky I brought the drink, keep the workers going. And the invalid, how is she?
Very groggy.
Golly, yes, she's a dreadful colour. How are you feeling?
I don't think she really knows we're here.
Hello? Hello there? Are you all right? She's completely gone. Poor thing. Oh, well. Drink, everyone.
No, not just at the moment, thank you.
Nearly finished. Jolly good. What about you?
Oh, in a minute, just a minute. Darling, I wouldn't drink too much more of that.
Oh, Ronnie, don't be such a misery. Honestly, he's such a misery. He's totally incapable of enjoying a party.
No. All I'm saying is...
Well,
that
even
I think-
I'll have one, won't we, Eva? All right.
Got it off!
Oh, well done.
What's he got off?
Well, that was a wrestling, no mistake, but I got it off. The question now is, can I get it on again?
Oh, dear, now you drink that. That'll do far more good than all the medicines and pills and patent medicines put together.
Marion, seriously, I wouldn't advise you to have anything else.
You'd never think it either, but he was a really vital young man. You'd never think it to look at him, would you?
Somebody promise a drink?
Help yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I think that's about as much as I could do. It's a bit better.
Oh, look, isn't that marvellous? Look at that splendid up.
Well done, well done.
Bit of a difference, eh?
Oh, how's the electrical department?
Oh, that damn fiddly little thing.
No, don't pull that down there now.
Oh, I nearly forgot.
Oh, you would have been popular.
I would have been popular.
Well, I'm just going to sit here all night and admire that oven. I think she's honestly better than our Mrs. Minns, don't you, darling?
Anybody's better than our Mrs. Min.
Oh, she means well. We have our Mrs. Minns. She's a dear old soul. She can hardly see and she only comes in for 2 hours every day. When she's gone, we spend the rest of the time cleaning up after her. But she's got an absolute heart of gold.
Largely paid for by us.
Oh, good health. Happy Christmas, all.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Well, get this lot finished. Maybe there'll be time for a game, eh?
Oh, yes.
What sort of game do you mean?
You know, some good party game, get everybody jumping about.
What an obscene idea.
Oh, no, great fun. We've had some laughs, haven't we?
Oh, talk about laughs.
Oh, what's the trouble?
I dropped the little thing. Could you see if you can see it? I've got to keep on holding on to this, otherwise it'll drop off. A little thing about so big.
What little thing?
A whatchamacallit.
Small, was it?
Lord, yes, tiny little thingy. Here.
Dear, oh dear.
Well, might have rode anywhere.
What are we looking for?
A little who's it goes in here.
Oh, darling, do be more precise. What's a whoosie?
You know, one of those, oh, isn't it silly? I can't think of the word.
Well, I refuse to look until I know what we're looking for. We could be here all night. I mean, from the look of this floor, it's simply littered with little whoosies.
I can't see it.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, that's it, a nut. A little nut.
Oh, Well then, a nut. Now we know. Everyone hunt for a little nut.
I didn't know we were looking for a nut.
Aren't we?
No, a screw. That's what I'm after, a screw.
Oh, screw!
All right, everybody, stop looking for nuts. Ronnie's now decided he wants a screw. I can't see a thing, and I think it would be terribly sensible if we put the light on, wouldn't it?
Good idea.
I wouldn't turn that on now.
There.
Turn it off!
Get him away!
Darling, what on earth are you doing?
Get him away!
Don't touch him, he's live!
Somebody turn it off.
All right, panic over.
Sydney, turn him off!
I have.
Turn him off!
He is off. Now pull yourself together and help me get him down. Get him down. Oh, easy now.
Take it slowly.
Every fiddles about with anything electrical, it always ends in disaster. It always happens. Is he all right?
He's in a state of shock.
Well, he would be.
Well, sit him down and keep him warm. That's the idea. Pass him my jacket. Jacket.
He looks frightfully off. Here.
He needs more. He really needs to be covered up. Otherwise,
Well, there's nothing much here, is
well,
there?
find something in the other room. We need blankets.
Oh, right.
Easy, old chap. Just keep breathing.
He's still there.
Who?
The dog.
Well, step over him. This is an emergency.
I'm not stepping over him. You step over
Oh,
him.
dear, oh, dear.
What about these bits and bobs?
What's that?
Last week's washing, I think. Seems fairly clean. Might be better than nothing.
Yes, well, better than nothing.
Seems dry.
Well, better than nothing.
Quick as you can. Come along, quick as you can.
She hasn't got this collar very clean.
Jane, come along.
Oh, that's rather pretty. I wonder where she got this.
No time for that now. Is that the lot?
Yes, only socks left, and you know what.
Yes, well, keep his temperature up.
Oh, my God, what does he look like? Ronnie! You know, I've got a terrible temptation to phone up his chief cashier, if you could see him now.
I really don't think he's very well, you know.
I'm sorry, I've never seen anything quite so ludicrous.
Yes, well, might I suggest that Marion sits with her husband just till the doctor gets here for Mrs. Jackson?
Oh, then he can look at them both.
Precisely.
Lucky he was coming.
Yes, well, we'd better finish off and get cleaned up, hadn't we?
Darling, would you like a drink? You look dreadful.
I better just go over this floor.
No, dear, we don't want you to go over the floor. Not now.
Well, just while we've been tramping about, if Doctor's coming. Won't take a second.
All right, carry on, sister. Sorry I spoke.
I wonder where she keeps her broom.
No, I feel very peculiar.
Well, darling, I do hope you're not going to be like this all over Christmas. We've got your old mother coming for lunch tomorrow, and Edith and the twins on Boxing Day. I just couldn't face them alone. I just couldn't.
Excuse me, dear. I wonder if you could just, I'll tell you what. Would you like to just sit up here, just for a second, then I won't get in the way of your feet. That's it. Upsy daisy.
She all right still?
Oh, I think so, yes. Just a bit tired, that's all. We've neglected you in all the excitement, haven't we? Never mind. You just sit there. Doctor will be here soon.
You know, I believe I'm beginning to feel dizzy too. I hope I haven't caught it from her.
Oh, I hope not. What a Christmas, eh?
We'll be laughing about this.
Excuse me, dear. What's that?
I said in about 2 weeks' time we'll all be sitting down and having a good laugh about this.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, no!
put the plug in!
Oh, I got by the end.
Put the plug in!
I'm sorry.
Look what you've done.
Terribly sorry.
Look what you've done, you silly woman. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's too late for that now. Look at this shirt. This is a new shirt.
It'll wash. I'll wash it. It's only oven grease.
I told you, didn't I? I said, whatever you do, don't pour water down there.
I didn't think.
Obviously.
Oh, let's take the shirt off and I'll wash.
And I'll go home in my singlet, I suppose.
Well, no one will notice.
Of course they'll notice. Otherwise there'll be no point in wearing a shirt in the first place. If nobody notices, we'd all be walking about in our singlets.
But it's dark.
Don't change the subject. Teach you a lesson if I caught pneumonia.
Oh, don't say that.
Teach you that would. Dear, oh dear.
Where are you going?
Fetch my overcoat before I freeze. Where else do you think I'm going?
But Sydney,
That dog of yours is a liability. You want to keep that animal under control. I can't even get to my overcoat. It's not good enough.
come and sit down.
Sit down? What's the point of sitting down?
Jeff should be here soon.
I should think so too. This isn't what you expect at all. Not when you come round for a quiet drink and a chat. This is the last time I accept hospitality in this household. Shh. What?
She'll hear you.
I don't care who hears me. And we're missing television.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me four hummingbirds, three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 gold rings.
Please hurry up!
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a tree.
Ah, hello there.
All right.
Yes?
You warm enough in here?
Oh, yes, it's fine in here. Well, not too bad.
The rest of the house is freezing. I don't envy you going to bed.
Her room's all right, though, is it?
She's got 3 electric fires blazing away.
My God, that'll be the second power station I've paid for this winter.
She seems to be rather dug in up there, almost in a state of hibernation. Doesn't she ever come out?
Not if she can help it. The heating system went on the blink, you see. Usual thing. We had a few frosty words over it, and the outcome was she said she wasn't setting foot outside her room until I got it fixed.
Well, how long has it been like this?
Oh, I don't know. 2 or 3 weeks, I suppose.
Well, that's disgusting. Can't you get the men round to fix it?
Yes, I've phoned them several times. I've been a bit unlucky up to now. They always seem to be at lunch.
I wouldn't put up with it. I'd scream the place down till Geoffrey got it fixed.
Yes, we've had a packet of trouble with this central heating. Always seems either the day before Christmas, day before Easter, or day before Whitsun. Always seems to manage it. I don't understand the principle it works on, but whatever it is seems to be very closely tied in with the church calendar. Can I help you at all?
She said she'd like a sandwich.
Oh, yes, she's about due for a sandwich.
Where'd you keep the butter?
Oh, don't you bother to do that.
No, it's all right. Where'd you keep your butter?
Do you know, that's very interesting. I have absolutely no idea. Closely guarded secret kept by Mrs. Minns. I suppose we could hazard a guess. Now then, butter. Try the fridge.
Fridge?
Keeps it soft. It's warmer in there than it is outside.
Oh. Right, first time.
What you want, peanut butter?
Apparently.
Yeah, she's got an absolute craving for that stuff lately. That and cheese footballs. Almost alarming. She's not up there knitting little blue booties by any chance.
Oh, not that I noticed.
Thank God for that.
She looks a lot better than when I last saw her, anyway.
Really? Yes. Yes, well, she got a bit overtired, I think, principally.
Geoff will be here in a minute to pick me up. Then I'll get out of your way. I just heard that Marion was... Hope you don't mind.
No, it's very good of you to look round. Sure she appreciated it. She doesn't get many visitors. Lottie Potter looked in briefly. That set her back a couple of weeks. No, the trouble with Marion, you see, is that she lives on her nerves. Far too much.
Marion does?
Oh, yes. Very nervous, insecure sort of person, basically, you know.
Really?
Well, that surprises you, does it? Well, I've got a pretty thorough working knowledge of her now, you know. I mean, she's much calmer than she was. Oh, when I first met her, she was really one of the jumpiest girls you could ever hope to meet. Still. As I say, she's much calmer since she's been with me. If I've done nothing else for her, I've acted as a sort of sedative.
You don't think that a lot of her trouble may be drink?
Drink? No, I don't honestly think so. She's always liked to. I mean, the doctor did say she should lay off, but that was only because it was acting as a stimulant. She hasn't touched it lately.
She has this evening.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you do surprise me?
She's got quite a collection up there.
Oh, has she? Has she now?
Didn't you know?
Well, I don't often have much cause to go into her room these days. She likes her privacy, you see, and I respect that. Not that it's not a mutual arrangement, you understand? I mean, she doesn't particularly choose to come into my room either, so it works out rather conveniently on the whole.
Do you ever see each other at all?
Good God, it's not as if we aren't in the same house. We bang into each other quite frequently. Not always as quiet as this, believe me. And in the holidays, we've got the boys here. They thump about, no end of a racket. Boys, of course. Mind you, they're no trouble. They're usually out, too, most of the time with their friends.
Pity they're not with you for Christmas.
Oh, well, it's greatly overrated, this Christmas business. That reminds me, will you have a drink? For Christmas?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, go on, just one, with me, for Christmas.
Well, all right, just a little one.
Right. Good. I'll brave the elements then, see if I can make it as far as the sitting room.
Well, that's probably Jeff.
I'll let him in. Good heavens, is that dust on the hall table or frost?
I won't be a minute. Blimey. Why aren't you sitting in the garden? It's warmer.
Hello.
Ready then?
I'm just going to have a drink with Ronnie.
How is she?
Drunk.
God.
How'd you get on?
Well...
Did you ask him?
Well...
You didn't. You didn't. Damn well ask him.
It's no good. I find it impossible to ask people for money. I'm sorry.
He owes it to you. You're not asking him a favour. He owes it to you.
I know.
Well, then.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, no. Well, I'll have to ask him after Christmas. I don't mind doing it.
You don't have to do that.
Well, somebody has to, darling, don't they?
Here we come, the Trans-Siberian Express.
Oh, thank you so much. We seem to be a bit depleted on the old alcohol stakes. It's odd. I thought I'd stocked up only recently. Probably old Mrs. Minn's been knocking them off, eh? Woman must have some vices. She hasn't got much else to recommend her. Now then, what are we having? Eva, what about you?
I'll just have a bit of lemon.
Good gracious me, nothing stronger?
No, thanks. Not just now.
Oh, well, if that's what you want. Jeff, what about you?
I think I'd like the same, actually.
What, a bit of lemon?
Just what I feel like.
Well, you won't last through Christmas at that rate. Well, that seems to be the only thing I haven't brought.
Doesn't matter. Something else.
No, I'll get it. We've got some somewhere.
Either you want me to help you or you don't.
Yes.
Well, if you don't, just say so. I don't particularly enjoy working in that dark little office of yours. You're a terrible employer. You come in late even when I drive you to work. You take 4-hour lunch breaks and expect me to do all the damn typing at 5 o'clock in the evening.
It's the way I do business.
Not with me, you don't.
It's what you're paid for.
That's what I am. What?
Look, if you don't like the job...
You asked me to help you. Now, if you didn't mean that, that's a different matter.
Well, yes, I did, but...
Well, all right, then. You asked me to help you. I'm bloody well going to help you.
OK. OK. Thanks.
Not at all. And you're not going to ask him for the money?
No.
Even though we're owed it?
No.
You won't let me ask?
No.
All right. We'll have to think of something else.
Exactly.
I'll phone Sidney Hopcroft after Christmas and talk to him.
Sidney Hopcroft?
He's always asking if you're interested.
If you think I'm going to get myself involved in his seedy little schemes...
Why not?
Have you seen the buildings he's putting up? Half the people are asking to be rehoused. They haven't even moved in yet.
Darling, I hate to remind you, but ever since the ceiling of the Harrison building caved in and nearly killed the manager, Sidney Hopcroft is about your only hope of surviving as an architect in this city.
I can do without Sidney Hopcroft, thank you very much.
Here we are, 2 very bitter lemons.
Thank you.
I think I'll have something more than that, if you'll excuse me. Bit quieter than last Christmas, eh?
What?
Last Christmas. You remember that? Round at your place?
Yes.
Yes.
Good gracious me, you have to laugh now. Old Hopcroft. I always remember old Hopcroft. You're doing very well, did you know that? You're doing frightfully well. He seems to have a flair for it. Wouldn't think so to look at him. Always found him a bit unprepossessing. Still, the chap to keep in with, the rate he's going.
Yes.
Is this good?
Yes. Yes. Quite good. Very amusing. It's a bit saucy in parts. Mrs. Minns found it under one of the boys' mattresses. Nearly finished her there and then, poor old thing. Here we are, bitter lemon.
Thank you.
Bitter lemon.
Thank you.
Well, happy Christmas, good health, God bless.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Sorry to hear about your problems, Jeff.
How do you mean?
Oh, I meant the Harrison thing here, it fell through. I'm sorry, perhaps that's the wrong expression to use, but unfortunate.
That's all right.
It wasn't exactly Jeff's fault.
No, I'm sure. No, Jeff, unthinkable. I mean, that local paper's as biased as hell. I refused to read that particular article, so did all my friends.
Just because Jeff was trying something totally new for a change.
How's the bank doing then?
Oh, well, we're not in the red yet. No thanks to me, mind you.
At the front door?
No, it's the, bedroom bell, actually. We never bothered to have them taken out. They always come in useful, boys with measles and so on.
Shall I go up to her?
No. I'll,
No, it's all right. I don't mind.
Probably nothing important, just wants the page of a magazine turning over or something.
Hope not.
What's the harm, I say? As long as it keeps her happy.
Yes.
I mean, who are we to argue with a woman, eh? Hopeless. You can never win. Mind you, I'm talking to the wrong chap, aren't I?
What?
You seem to do better than most of us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to have things pretty well organised on the home front.
Well, it's just a matter of knowing...
Yes, that's the point. I never really have. Well, not really. I mean, take my first wife. A distinguished-looking woman, very charming, seemed pretty happy on the whole. Then one day she suddenly ups and offs and goes. Quite amazing. I mean, I had absolutely no idea she was going to. I mean, we were living in the flat over the bank at the time, so it wasn't even as if I was even very far away. And on this particular day, I came up for lunch. She'd laid on her usual splendid meal. I mean, I had absolutely no complaints about that. I think my very words was something like, "Jolly nice, that. See you this evening." And when we knocked off for tea, I came upstairs and she'd just taken off. Well, I hunted about for a bit in case she'd got knocked down or gone shopping and lost her memory or something. And then she wrote, sometime later, said she'd had enough. So I was forced to call it a day. Sometime later again, I took up tennis to forget her and married Maran. Of course, all that's forgotten now. All the same, sometimes in the evenings I can't help sitting here and trying to work it all out. I mean, something happened. Something must have happened. I'm just not sure what. Anyway, under the bridge, eh? Now, all I'm saying really is some people seem to have the hang of it and some of us just aren't so lucky.
Hang of what?
Well, this whole women business, really. I mean, this may sound ridiculous, but I've never to this day known what most women think about anything. They're completely closed book to me. I mean, God bless them, what would we do without them? But I've never understood them. I mean, damn it all. One minute you're having a perfectly good time, And the next you suddenly see them, they're like some old sports jacket or something, literally beginning to come apart at the seams. You know, floods of tears, smashing your pots, banging your furniture about, God knows what. Both my wives. God bless them, they've given me a great deal of pleasure over the years. But by God, they've cost me a fortune in fixtures and fittings. All the same, couldn't do without them, could we? I suppose. You want another one of those?
No, thanks.
Ah! Got to put my coat on.
Anything serious?
No. She says she wants to come down.
Here? Is that wise?
She says she wants a Christmas drink with us, since we're all here.
Oh, well, sort of thing she does. Calls you all the way upstairs to say she's coming all the way downstairs. Here, your drink.
Thanks.
And how's that mad dog of yours? Still chewing up your guests?
No.
No, we had to give him away.
No. Really?
Yes, he was getting a bit much. It was really very expensive to keep. We have these friends. They've got a farm. They said they'd take him.
Oh, dear. I didn't know that. That's a shame.
Yes. It was an awful decision to have to make. We just felt...
You did, you mean?
Darling, we couldn't afford to keep him.
Well, old Dick Potter will be relieved anyway. What did he have to have? 3 stitches or something, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Ah, it doesn't seem to have done him any harm anyway. He should be halfway up some Swiss mountain by now. Hopefully those 2 lads of ours are safely roped to him.
Oh, is that where they've gone?
Yes. Something I always meant to take him on myself. Anyway, we'll have to do without old Dick to jolly us up this year, I suppose.
That's a pity.
Jeff, darling, it's sweet of you and Eva to come round and see me.
That's okay.
No, you don't know how much it means to me. It really is terribly, terribly sweet of
Oh,
you.
it's all right. We were just...
And at Christmas particularly. Bless you for remembering Christmas.
Look, Maran, you're going to freeze to death. For goodness sake, put something on, woman.
I'm all right.
Well, let me get your coat. You've only just got out of bed.
Darling, I am quite all right. I'm not sitting in my kitchen. No one sits in the kitchen in a coat, except tradesmen. It's unheard of. Now offer me a drink.
Look, dear, you know the doctor said very plainly...
Oh, for the love of God, Ronnie, it's Christmas. Don't be such a utter misery. Scrooge, you know, Scrooge in person. You noticed he's turned all the heating off. Oh, it's heavenly to be up. When you've lain in bed for any length of time, on your own, no one to talk to, just your thoughts, don't you find your whole world just begins to crowd in on you, till it becomes almost unbearable? You lie there thinking, oh God, it could all have been so much better if only I'd had the sense to do so and so. Finish up lying there utterly filled with self-loathing.
I know the feeling.
You are, dear.
Heavens, I can hardly see it. Is there anything in there? No, it's all right. I'll just sit here and inhale it. How are you, anyway?
Well, as I told you, we...
It is about Christmas. I know it's supposed to be a festive thing and we're all supposed to be enjoying ourselves. I just find myself remembering all the dreadful things. Dreadful things I said. Dreadful things I've done. All those hurtful things I didn't mean. Oh, God, I didn't mean them. Forgive me, I didn't mean them.
Look, darling, do try and jolly up for a bit, for heaven's sake.
Jolly up! How the hell can I jolly up?
Marion, dear.
Do you know what I saw just now on the landing in the mirror? My face! My God, I saw my face! It was like seeing my face for the first time.
Oh, come on, it's not a bad face, old sausage.
How could anything be so cruel? How could anything be so unutterably cruel?
Now, you see, this is a case in point. What am I supposed to do? I mean, something I've said has obviously upset her. But you tell me. You tell me.
Jim, did you know, Jim, I used to be a very beautiful woman. I was a very, very beautiful woman. People used to stare at me in the street and say, my God, what a beautiful, beautiful woman she is. People used to come from miles and miles just to take my picture.
Marion.
I mean, who'd want my photograph now? Do you want my photograph now? No, of course you don't. Nobody wants my photograph now. Can anybody think of anyone who'd want a photograph of me now? Please, someone, please want my photograph.
Marion, nobody wants your damn picture. Now shut up!
Now then, what were we saying?
Doorbell?
Bit late for a doorbell, isn't it?
Shall I see who it is?
Yes, do. Have a look through the little window. If you don't like the look of them, don't open the door.
Right.
Well, I don't know who'd be ringing doorbells at this time of night.
Carol singers?
No, not at this time of night. Don't get many anyway. Marion always asks them in. Insists on filling them up with hot soup and chocolate biscuits as if they were all starving. Had a great row with the chap next door. Made his children as sick as pigs.
I can't be sure, but it looks suspicious in like the Hopcrofts. Do you want them in?
Good grief, hardly.
Heaven forbid.
If we sit quiet, they'll go away.
There's the hall light.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. People always leave their whole lights on for burglars. I don't know why they bother, and there must be very few households who actually choose to spend their evenings sitting in the hall with the rest of the house in darkness.
If I know the Hopcrofts, they won't give up that easily. They'll come around the side.
Why don't you just go in the hall and shout, "Go away," through the letterbox?
Because he happens to have a very large deposit account with my bank.
They can smell us.
I think we'll compromise and turn the lights off in here, just to be on the safe side. Everybody sit down and sit tight. You ready? Here we go. Now, if we all keep absolutely quiet, there's no chance of... I'm terribly sorry, I do beg your pardon. Was that your...
That's all right.
I wish I knew where I was.
Well, stand still. I think I can hear someone coming round the side. Marion, quiet.
Sorry, I just see the funny side.
I say,
What?
I've got a nasty feeling I didn't lock the back door.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Sydney?
Come along.
No, there's nobody there.
The door was open, wasn't it? Of course there's somebody. They're probably upstairs.
Well, they might
Look,
be
will you
in-
kindly not argue with me any more tonight, Jane? I haven't yet forgiven you for that business at the party. How did you manage to drop a whole plate of trifle?
I didn't clean it up, Sydney. I didn't clean it up.
No, you just stood there with a mess at your feet for all the world to see.
What was
I've
that?
told you before, when you drop something like that at a stand-up party, you move away and keep moving. Now, come along.
I can't see.
Well, hold on to me, and I'll find a light. Oh, sorry. All right, you. So, be by the door here. That's it. No, I've got it. There it is. There.
Boo!
Good gracious.
Oh, hello there, it's you.
Well, you had us fooled there. They had us fooled, didn't they?
They had us fooled.
Playing a game on us, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, we were playing a game.
Completely fooled. Walked straight into that. Well, happy Christmas all.
Happy Christmas.
Happy
Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Well,
Well,
Would you like a drink now that you're here?
oh, thank you.
thank you very
Yes, we're here.
Well, what'll it be?
Oh, sherry, please.
Oh, yes, a sherry.
Yes, we better...
Been to a party?
Yes.
Yes.
You look as if you have.
Yes, up at Walter's place. Walter Harrison's?
Oh, old Harrison's.
Oh, of course you know him.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Asking you if you know old Harrison. Oh, I should think you do know old Harrison. He certainly remembers you. In fact, he was saying tonight about...
2 sherries.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Compliments of the season.
Of the season?
Yes, indeed.
What a house. Beautiful.
Oh, do you like it? Thank you.
No, old Harrison's. What a place.
Lovely.
Didn't know you knew him.
Oh, well, mustn't pretend. The reason we went was half pleasure and half... Well, enough said. You follow me? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Ah.
It's a nice kitchen.
At the Harrisons?
No, here.
Oh, glad to approve.
No.
What? The what? Oh, well, it's of course. Well, that's why we came, wasn't it?
We've brought you a present.
Seasonal something. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm afraid we didn't bring anything for you and your husband. Because we didn't realise you'd be here, you see.
Oh, sorry about that.
Never mind.
Not to worry.
Oh, and then... You know, that we got given this evening.
The what?
You know, that we got in the thing.
Oh, that? They don't want that.
No, I meant for... You know.
Oh, well, if you like. Come on, give Ron and Marion their presents. They're dying to open them.
Rather.
Thrilling.
Now, this is to Ron, with love from Sydney and Jane.
That's for you.
Thank you.
Now, what's this?
Is that Marion's?
No, that's from me and you to Auntie Gloria. Oh, yes, here we are. To Marion, with love from Sydney and Jane.
And this is for you.
This is for you.
Super. What have you got, darling?
Oh, yes. Oh, this is very useful. Thank you very much.
What on earth is it?
Well, it looks like a very nice set of pipe cleaners.
Oh, no!
No, those aren't pipe cleaners.
Are they?
Good gracious, no.
Oh, no, silly of me. They just look terribly like them for a minute from a certain angle.
You should know those. It's a set of screwdrivers.
Set of screwdrivers.
Electrical screwdrivers.
So you should know those, shouldn't you,
Look, it's a lovely bottle of gin. Isn't that kind?
Oh, my God.
Bit of Christmas spirit.
Lovely. I shall think of you when I'm drinking it.
To the boys, with love from Sydney and Jane.
Just a little something.
Yeah, put their stockings for the morning.
Oh, how nice.
They'll love these.
Is that the lock?
No, I'm just trying to find the,
Well, it'll be down there at the bottom somewhere.
Oh, got it. Now, this is nothing very much. We were given it this evening in a cracker, actually. Now, we were going to keep it for our budgie, but we thought your George might like it for his collar.
So as you know where he is.
Yeah, as if you couldn't guess.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Right, that's your lot, no more.
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid we haven't got you anything at all. Not really much of ones for present buying.
Oh, we didn't expect it.
No, no.
Here, you know what to be here now? Dick Potter. He'd started off.
With a bit of help from Lottie.
True.
Yes. Well, for some odd reason, we're all feeling a bit low this evening. I don't know why, but we were just all saying how we felt a bit down.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Well, it's just one of those evenings, you know. The point is, you'll have to excuse us if we're not our usual cheery selves.
I'm perfectly cheery. I don't know about anybody else.
That is apart from my wife, who is perfectly cheery.
Oh, well, that's quite understood.
I get those sometimes, don't I?
Oh, you certainly do. You can say that again. Well, that's a shame.
Yes.
My husband was saying to me just now, Sydney, that he feels terribly guilty that you keep asking him to do things for you, and he just hasn't been able to manage them.
Oh, well, he's a very busy man.
Sometimes, but he really is dying to do something for you before long.
Eh?
He's longing to.
Oh, well, in that case, we'll see.
If you could keep him in mind.
Oh, yes. I'll certainly keep him in mind. Really rather depends.
Yes, it does rather, doesn't it?
He'd love to.
Well, now, what should we do, eh? Anybody got any ideas? Can't all sit around like this on Christmas Eve.
Oh, not on Christmas Eve.
Spot of carpentry. Oh, spot of plumbing. I'll tell you what about a spot of electrical work, eh? Well, a bit of music started off anyway. This work all right, does it?
Yes, yes, but I wouldn't put it on.
No. Yeah, the party game, bit of music.
Oh, a bit of music will get it going.
There you go. Okay. Whoa. It's a bit right, isn't it? Nice, isn't it? Yeah, tell you what we ought to do now.
What?
We'll move all the chairs back and clear the floor. And we can play...
Oh, yeah!
So you'll love this. It's good. Just move that back. Because you're still on the list, haven't you?
I think so,
Got the list from because we played this up at Walters. You'll love this. You really will. That's good. Right, are you up? Up and use. Come be up, Lance. Come on. That's it. Over here. Won't be a second. And excuse me, over here. That goes there. Lovely.
Yeah, what the hell's going
You'll
on?
see in a minute. Now then, we can't have all this, can we? Can't have all these glum faces on at Christmas time.
Oh, not at Christmas time.
So, we're going to get you all jumping about. Get you cheerful.
Yeah, well, really,
No arguments, please.
Yes, but all the
Come on,
same,
Eva.
this
Up you get.
Well.
Oh, come on, don't you let me down.
So we both have to go.
No, we don't. We'll play.
What do you mean we'll play?
He wants to play Darling with me.
That's great. That's marvellous. That's two. Come on, any more?
You all do. You should going to be terribly sweet and wash our floor.
No, we're playing a game.
How fun!
Maureen, I really think we shouldn't make too much noise, but
Come on, don't be such a misery.
That's
Ronnie.
telling
Come
him.
on.
That's telling him now. I want you all to listen very carefully. This is a version of musical chairs called musical dancing.
Yeah, musical forfeits.
Musical dancing. It's called musical dancing.
I thought it was called musical forfeits.
Musical dancing. It's very simple. All you do, you start dancing round the room, and when I stop the music, you all have to freeze in the last position that you were in. No, don't you let him sit down. Come on, get up, get up. Only to make it more difficult, the person caught moving each time gets a forfeit. And at the end, the person with the least forfeits gets the prize. What's the prize going to be?
Prize is a chocolate Father Christmas.
A chocolate Father Christmas. Ta-da! Right, everything ready your end?
I think so.
Got the list?
Yes.
Right, you be in charge of the forfeits, and I'll do the music. Everybody ready? Then off we go! Hey! Come on! All that dancing, everybody dance! You start dancing around the room, everybody keep dancing until the music stops! That's it! She's doing it, that's it! Look at her! Everybody do what she's doing, come on! Wonderful! Good! That's it, dance! Dance! Come on! Yes, very good! Dancey-doos, and stop! Who was the last? Ron!
Ron.
Ron gets the first forfeit. What's the first forfeit?
First forfeit is an apple under the chin.
Apple under the chin. Come on, put an apple under his chin.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, go on. Hold it. No, hold it.
Well, don't be so ridiculous. I can't put...
Oh, for heaven's sake, darling, do join in. We're all waiting for you. Don't be tedious.
This is
And
absolutely
off we go again! Yes, that do. Dum. Very good, very good. Keep dancing and stop. Who's it?
Eva.
What does Eva get?
Eva gets an orange between the knees.
Orange between the knees.
Yes.
Now, if you drop it, if you drop it, you get another forfeit automatically. And off we go again. Dance. Come on, keep the feet moving, otherwise you never know when you stop. Stop. It's Ron again.
Ron again.
Ooh, Ron. Naughty Ron. What does naughty Ron?
Spoon in his mouth.
Spoon in his mouth, and off we go again. Dance. Come on, keep dancing. Dancing round. And stop. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, a bit wobbly boos. What does he get?
He gets a tea cozy on his head.
Tea cozy on the head?
Yes.
And doesn't that look nice? Let's hear it for tea cozy. Off we go again. Stop. This is a quick one. Stop. Oh, Marion, lovely movement, but the dancing, the music hasn't stopped. What does she get?
She gets to swallow a gin in one.
Swallow gin in one.
lovely
Very difficult forfeit. Can we manage it? And whoa! Ron gets another one. What does he get?
He gets pear on spoon in mouth.
Ron gets a pear and a spoon in mouth, and off we go again. Stop.
one gets another forfeit.
Gets our forfeit for throwing a boo-boo. No, everybody else keep dancing because the music hasn't stopped. Come on, keep dancing. Get up here, keep an eye on you. Don't tram. Don't tram me. Want to see you all dancing. Dance. Keep going. Keep dancing. That's it. Another forfeit. Give us another forfeit up here for Marion. What's that? Another chip. Give her another chip. Don't get a going dancing. Oh, dance. Keep going. Dance. Faster. 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 That's it. Keep going. Very good. No. Faster. Concentrate. Will you dance? Faster. Keep going. And no stopping. Get another forfeit if you stop. Keep dancing. Faster. 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 Come on, Marion. Round that way. Come on. Give her some more forfeits over there. Dance.